What's up guys, Pheomentrix here, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to use Photoshop, at least learn the basics of Photoshop so you can make some awesome graphics for your work or whatever you use Photoshop for. So with that being said, let's get started. When you open Photoshop, it will look like this. Here you can see your previous work. So the first thing we are going to do is create a new document by clicking here, or you can press Ctrl N. So here you can name your document. I'm going to name it test. So the width and height are going to be the actual size of the image. The 1080p will be 9020 by 1080, 720p will be 1280 by 720. Here are the units. Instead of pixels you can use inches, and the resolution and stuff you can keep the same, and background contents are going to be the color of the base background when you create an image. So you can have it a transparent or you can make it white or black. Also you can use these presets. Once you're happy with it, click on create. So the first thing we are going to look at is the file tab and see what we can do with that. So we have got new to create a new document, we have got open to open previous project we have done before, and we have other open options. We have close to close the document. So we have got save as to actually save the document, so we can save it as a Photoshop file so we can edit this document later. If you want to export it, you can save as any other things such as JPEG or as a PNG, which will be transparent, and you can choose from there. Now one important thing a lot of people don't know about is place embedded and place linked. Instead of opening images on a new tab and dragging it, you can use place. So I'm going to place my image and click on the check mark over here. On the edit tab, you can do a bunch of different things. You can undo your work or redo it. On step backward, it is the same thing. You can undo multiple times. You can cut, copy, paste, or you can use shortcut as well. They are next to it. Now another thing you can actually do is to transform the image. So go to the transform. Here you can scale or rotate by degrees or flip horizontally or vertically. You can also go to image and rotate it from here and trim it. You can duplicate image by clicking on duplicate. It will duplicate on a new tab. Now we also have another important tab, which is filter, which you can blur images. Also you can sharpen images. I use blurs a lot, so if you go to blur, you can see bunch of blur options. You can use any of them. I use Gaussian blur a lot because it's more nicer than others. So you can choose how much blur you want and click on OK. Now we are going to go ahead and look for some shortcuts. By pressing Ctrl plus and minus, you can zoom in or zoom out the image. By pressing Ctrl A, it will select entire layer. Ctrl D to deselect. Ctrl R is open up rulers. Ctrl T is open up transform tool. Here you can resize images. So if you want to keep images proportions, holding shift if you are moving handles. Now we are going to learn about some tools on the left side. So let me place an image quickly. So here we have move tool that we use for moving things. These tools used for selecting certain part of the image. And here we have lasso tool, polygon tool, magnetic lasso tool, which is used for selecting and cutting the certain part of the image. So if you want to select one color on your image, you can use magic wand tool, like so. Then you have the crop tool, which is used to crop your image. Just select the area like so, press enter. So we have eyedropper tool here, so you can copy the color. Some other tool, the brush tool. Brush tool can be used for drawing like a brush. If you press right click on your mouse, you can see here the size of brush and hardness. The hardness is like how much soft your brush is. Like if you put hardness in 100%, you can see a solid line. If I put the 0, it's much softer. Now the pen tool. It's hard to explain, but it's used for making shapes and it's very complicated to use. Just try it and see what it is. Now we have important tool, which is text tool. So to create text, just click and it create a new layer. And here you can select the font, the type of font, the size of font. You can check the color of the font. Here actually you can select the color and type whatever you want. Like so. We can move it around with the move tool. And then we have shape tool. Your shapes are over here. And we have the dragging tool. You can move it around, stuff. And we have the zoom tool to zoom in and zoom out. And here you can select the secondary and primary color by clicking and selecting. You can also click over here and the eyedropper tool select the color that you click on, like so. Now we are going to learn about these tools over here. So we have our layers. By clicking on an eye, you can make your layers invisible or visible. Then you have the lock button over here. It locks your layer and you can make changes to that layer because it's locked. So we have other tools on the bottom over here. You can delete layer, you can add a new layer, you can group things, you can add some effects on blending options right here. One thing you can do is add stroke. You can add color overlay, you can add drop shadows, which is the shadow behind the image. Once you're done your image, go to file, go to save as, just select the type of your file and click save, and you're done. So that is it about this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, and as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.